out how to stop you from burning your tokens by lunch. I know your AI credits might have gone by lunch, whether you're on Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or any LLM, you're probably blaming the plan or the LLM. Wrong thing to blame. The plan is fine. How you're using it is burning money. Today, I'm going to show you 8 things you can do today to stop this token loss. But first of all, what are tokens? Think of tokens as the smallest unit that an LLM understands. It's not a single word, it's not a single character. It's approximately 3 to 4 characters or words of English text, depending on the LLM. So a sentence like, here is my question, can amount to 5 or 6 tokens. So every time you talk to an LLM, whether it's Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other LLM, you send tokens in your prompt and the LLM send tokens back to you as a response, and both of them cost money. Input tokens are the questions you ask, and output tokens are the responses that you receive, and both of them are priced separately. Across every major LLM provider, output costs are roughly 3 to 5 times more than the input costs. And if you want a full breakdown why output costs more and how context windows affect your token billing, I have linked a deep dive comparison article below. Read that article after this video. But here I'm going to address and give you 8 strategies to reduce your token cost. And this is where people get blindsided often, where token cost do not stay constant, right? Message 1 maybe costs only 200 tokens. By message 15, you're at 10,000 tokens. And by message 30, a single question costs 50,000 tokens. Why? Because every time LLM rereads your entire conversation history, every time you send a message, that history compounds. And whether you're using ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, they all do this. So you're not paying for one question anymore. You're paying for that question plus the weight of everything before it. And this is why people think they need a different LLM, but they don't. They need a different strategy. Here are my 8 strategies. Number 1, use the right model. Stop using the biggest model for everything. Most of your work, maybe even 80% of your work, could be handled perfectly by a cheaper tier model. On Claude, that's Haiku. On ChatGPT, it's GPT-4o Mini. On Gemini, it's Gemini 1.5 Flash. These are fast and cheap. They're good for summaries, brainstorming, content drafts, customer support automation even, and quick work. The next 15%, pick a mid-tier LLM. Think of Claude Sonnet or ChatGPT's GPT-4o. These are balanced and they are your workhorses. Code reviews, complex analysis, research, etc. could be used. And the next 5% is genuinely the hard reasoning. Think of it as a new problem you want to solve and get the best response moment. And this is where you can use Claude Opus, GPT-4 Turbo, and whichever is the top tier of your LLM. So if you're running your flagship model by default, you're paying 5 to 10 times more per token than what you actually need. And that's the pricing tier gap. Number 2, turn off the token burners. Strategy 2 is kill the features that you don't need. Every LLM platform has expensive add-ons, and turn them off by default and use them only when a specific task demands it. Extended reasoning models like Claude's extended thinking mode, ChatGPT's O1 reasoning, and Gemini's deep research. These are double or triple your token usage automatically. You can turn them off and use them only when needed. Also, web search. if you are doing analysis of a static uploaded document, you need not use web search, so turn that off unless you really need it. Connectors and integrators, yes, every LLM offers Slack and CRM integrations, but these are a 2x overhead to actual token usage, and turn them off again by default and use them only on needed. So default, turn everything off, turn only for the task that demands it. This single rule alone will cut your spend by 50% immediately. Strategy 3, edit, don't stack. Strategy 3 focuses on, instead of replying to your LLM every time with a new message, you actually take the older message and edit those message, change the wordings, fix a detail, or refine the question so that it skips the full context reload. So this one edit saves more tokens than a new message. It might sound trivial, but it is not. So after a long session, edits are a big difference between $5 per session or a $20 per session. And this is the hidden lever that nobody talks about. Strategy 4, start fresh every 15 to 20 messages. Your conversation history might be growing, and every message adds weight no matter which LLM you're using. By message 15, you're spending 10,000 tokens just to carry context. What do? Summarize what you learned, copy that summary, open a new chat, and paste it. This works on Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or any LLM. The new conversation costs way less per message because history is gone. Yes, you're manually creating a checkpoint, but that's the point. It saves thousands of tokens per session. Teams that do this report 40 to 50% reduction in token burn. Strategy number 5, batch questions into one. Asking multiple questions in one message instead of firing them separately will save you a lot of token cost. For example, picture this. I might ask 3 questions. How do I structure an AI governance framework implementation? What are the main pitfalls? And how do I staff for this? Instead, you combine into one. I'm building an AI governance framework and implementing it. Walk me through the structure, the main pitfalls to avoid, and how to staff it. So one message, one context load, and better answers. And works exactly the same irrespective of the LLM. Strategy number 6, spread your work throughout the day. You don't need to finish everything in a single session. Every LLM service has rolling rate limits. Claude.ai runs a 5-hour rolling window. GPT Pro has per hour limits, and Gemini has daily quotas. If you blow through it in one sprint, you just have to wait. So if you split the work into 2 or 3 sessions, morning, midday, perhaps evening, your oldest usage from earlier sessions rolls off and your quota resets automatically, and you have room to work again. This is not about being lazy, it's understanding how these systems are designed, and spacing your work will actually save you token cost. You also get better answers, you're fresher, the LLM isn't warmed up from 500 previous messages, and you're giving better prompts. Strategy 7, cache repeat files in one place. Use file caching features for documents you reference repeatedly or the same problems that you have been asking questions about. So the solution depends truly on the LLM. For example, Claude has projects where you upload a document once and create multiple chats inside it, and you only pay once. ChatGPT has its own file management, and Gemini has similar features. The principle is the same. If you have a document you want to reference repeatedly, like a policy document, a particular data set, a product specification, upload it in your respective LLM's caching system and create a conversation referencing that file, so you pay for the tokens only once. Every time after that, you read it for free and nearly free, and multiply that across the team using the same data sets, and you're looking at 70 to 80% of savings on file related token cost. And last but not the least, strategy number 8, store your context once. Stop reloading your context for every chat. And every LLM has persistent storage that I recommend you using it. For example, Claude has memory for chat, ChatGPT has custom instructions, and Gemini has similar features. Storing your preferences, your background, your ongoing work once so that the LLM remembers it and stop typing it in every session. If you're using AI coding tools, create a setup file in your repo, and then you see that every LLM has the equivalent. So that way your architecture, dependencies, coding standards are all in there. The LLM loads it automatically once, and every agent after that uses it cached, so no repeated token cost. Also, reusable workflows and templates. If you have a workflow you run weekly, a report template, analysis framework, a checklist, store it once and use it unlimited number of times. So no recontext cost is repeated every time. So there you go. Let's do the math. If you're running your most expensive model for everything, leaving on web search and using reasoning modes where it's not required, you're maybe paying 8 to 10% the actual token cost you actually need to spend. Pull these 8 strategies together and you get close to 3x efficiencies across any LLM. It's not an exaggeration. Whether you're using Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini, cut your bills by 60 to 75% using this exact approach that I use every day. And in conclusion, I would like to say run this on this week like you have the token budget, and let me know what is the one strategy that works for you. Good luck.